Hi, welcome to another live stream. I really appreciate the people that stop by and say hello. It's really nice to talk to somebody every once in a while. As you can see here, I've got a piece of paper. This is the title page of my PDF that's been worked on for the last year. Um, I, to be honest, I've been waiting for the perfect time, but that doesn't exist, as we all know. So these are the this is the PDF that has all the annotations about how to practice a little bit better, prepare the left hand, prepare the right hand, in particular the left hand for having a little bit better shape and strength for playing the cello and for dexterity too. Um, on this page, I'll show it to you again a little closer. I've got my QR code. You can see I used Google to create those. Try to do everything as free as possible for the time being. There you can scan for my YouTube channel. There you can scan for my Patreon. And if you want cello lessons, leave a comment somewhere. Send me a message. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to play. I'm going to play just a little bit, and honestly, I didn't think this through very well. I only have one music stand set up, but I wanted to actually play um, some Brahms again. I just Brahms is something that I have grown to, well, grown. It doesn't really grow on you. It's there. I don't know of anybody that doesn't love Brahms, to be honest. But if you would like to, and I hope you do, you can support my live stream by going to my PayPal. There's a link there. At least it should be there. It's my first time putting it into this encoder. Um, let's see what else is there, and also the the QR code or link or something is there for my PDF, which is on sale for $5. Uh, it's a lot of information that, were you to do it through private lessons, would cost you. It would probably end up costing several $100s to get all of that information, unless you're a really fast learner. Um, but I find that on average, people are busy. You are busy. You have lots of things in your life that are very important and very interesting too. And for a lot of us, music is just kind of an enjoyment, or it's a lifelong goal. So it often takes a backseat, and it can take weeks, maybe months, to really settle into a practice routine and eventually learn the concepts that are presented in the lessons. All right, so what I wanted to do was start from the second page of the Brahms Sonata and go go a little bit there. It is just an astounding piece of music. Now, I play it for two reasons, actually. The first is it is absolutely stunning. I think it's one of the best examples of perfectly idiomatic writing for the cello. That's very advanced, of course. But the second reason is, you know what? While I'm talking, I'm gonna rosin my bow. I forgot to do that. The second reason is, oh yes, and be careful. This rosin is not attached to the to the cloth, and I dropped it once already. Thankfully, the floor is not a hard stone floor like many floors are around here. The second reason is um, I'm dealing with my own difficulties. I have not played seriously for many years now. I cannot believe it. I just, oh my goodness. The unmentionable, the unthinkable that happened 3 years ago, was it? No, 4 years ago now already. Just absolutely squashed all of what I was more or less involved in. But it's partly my own fault that I'm not more involved. Anyway, I'm dealing with these technical issues, these posture things, left hand, what's it called? Left hand shape, uh, just like a beginner would, but on a more advanced scale. And honestly, I was actually kind of scared of playing the advanced music for the last couple of years because I'm so badly out of shape, and I know it. And I just got really lazy. I need to clean this old rosin off. And Brahms, I don't know what it was. I think I was playing through some other sonatas, maybe Fauré and Grieg and Beethoven. And then I thought, oh, Brahms, I've got to play Brahms. I haven't done that for a long time. Here's the second page, and maybe you can comment. What are the things that look awkward still? What is I've lost a lot of facility because I just haven't been performing. I haven't been practicing. I used to play a lot. What are some of the technical things, the postures, the shape of the hand, the preparations or lack thereof that you can spot? I can do that quite readily when I'm teaching a lesson, and you can see right away that the students might not have prepared themselves very well, or they're just not ready. Their hand isn't strong enough, which a lot of the exercises in the annotated music score, along with preface and a few notes to talk about what is in the annotations and the exercises that I present. You can see it. So here, maybe my hand is a little bit like a beginner's, where it doesn't have the strength and the dexterity that it once did. And the beginner is beginning that journey. Second page of Brahms Sonata in E minor. Oh, sorry. Yeah, and so in many regards, my left hand just doesn't quite work properly yet. Not it used to work pretty well. Um, well, quite well. I I tend to not speak quite honestly. by any by any judge, I think that my you look at videos from days past, my hand worked quite well, and my right arm also same thing. But it will be back. I will get it back. Some things that are not working quite well is just the rapidity, the quickness of the fingers. Getting the fingers to act quickly from this sort of thing, especially when you have to shift. Here's an example of where you have to do these large shifts. It's later on. It's this. Much better than it was, I'll be honest. And of course, there's always room for improvement. This is one of those things that I actually did spend a lot of time on. Now, you may have noticed there were these cascading four-string arpeggios that switch. They go always from top to bottom, right? I mean, this is stunning when you get it right. Absolutely stunning. Uh, the biggest issue for me right now, actually, I don't even know if I can say the biggest, because I feel like there are at least two, and really there are more, but two large issues at hand here. And I think this has s- similar similar, or it's related to some of the things that I talk about in the PDF, for the left hand, and that is making sure the hand has good shape. So here, obviously, we're playing chords, and the good shape is not this shape. So in that regard, it's different. But still, nonetheless, you still have to have a good shape to play these four-note chords. They just don't work without the proper shape. So in this case, I've got four different shapes that I have to take care of. There's this D flat major with F on the bottom. I mean, that is a peculiar shape, although not that bad. Then there's this F major with F on the bottom, thankfully. And that's normal. That's in root position, very nice. Um, and then I'm laughing because I'm thinking, did I say the number of chords correctly? But anyway, it doesn't really matter. I think there are five now that I'm looking at it. The next one is a real finger twister for me. It's never felt nice, and I think most people can attest to this. The fourth finger is playing a fifth over two strings like this. So we go from the beginning. Brahms says D flat major, F on the bottom, right? Then he says F major in root position, and then he says B flat major, and this is in second inversion, F on the bottom. And then we go back to F major, and then D flat major, F major, D flat major, F major, and then finally C7. Ooh, see, that's one thing I'm talking about is when I'm shifting, like when I was doing that shift. So here, shape of the hand. just like in this PDF in for the beginners, $5. Just a reminder, it's only $5. It is a lot of information that you would be spending several lessons on at the very least for most students, but very likely dozens of lessons. Um, because for beginners, it's a lot of information. It's just a lot to do. And getting the hand, just being the sheer amount of practice needed to get the hand in shape, to strengthen it and get dexterous use of the fingers, takes a long time. So not to be overwhelmed is also important. So here, shape of the hand. I need to go from F major, right here in third position, to yeah, F major, third position, to C7. I don't know what it is, but there is something really strange. I just can't, for some reason, I cannot hit this chord. I remember when I was a freshman, sophomore, uh, a junior, first, second, third year, I would play this. Well, first year of college, I used to play this a lot. That's when I first learned it. But then I took some breaks, here and there, because I was learning other major works. But I remember I was able to nail that from my memory. Maybe not perfectly in tune, because one of the biggest issues I had was just playing in tune. But I think it stems, at least physically, from not having the proper hand shape, just not having learned that from the very beginning. So anyway, I've got to shift back. I was flat. And this is not easy anyway, because this fifth is not so clear when you are. Maybe I need to. Support the fingers. And then resolution C major. Now, hand shape is one big thing that you need to be able to recreate on a consistent basis. I mean, every time you sit down and play, hand shape is fundamental, really, to being consistent. So reproducing the hand shape that will do you an advantage, that will do you a service in playing, but being consistent and able to reproduce it every single time you sit down and play the cello. And I believe, I don't just believe it, I have to be more forthright here, for my own sake, but it's a fact. It's a known fact that some of the exercises are helpful. I mean, what I present in this PDF, these exercises, these preparatory exercises to gaining better hand shape, more strength, more dexterity, more quickness, they they really are fundamental. I mean, a lot of teachers may not spend a lot of time on these exercises. Usually they go over, I've noticed at least teachers go over it a little bit, but a lot of time it feels like, and it did in my case, it's kind of felt like the teacher said, all right, just play. Now reproduce it. Copy what I do. Or there you go. Good luck. Play as much as you can. It'll get better. Kind of haphazard way of going about it. And these exercises I have shown, or have been shown, over the course of the last 5 years with my own students, for sure, to give the student an advantage. They help the student find the shape. I mean, we have to play. If you take Suzuki, for example, it shows you, right away that you can have this tunnel shape of the hand where you might hold down the fourth finger on the D string while you play the A string. Or uh, lightly row, for example, hold down the third finger. It's already there before you even begin, so walk your fingers up and start from the beginning. But for a lot of students, that is just not possible. I'd say the vast majority. And I don't remember myself how it was, but I can't imagine that I played it cleanly when I was 8 years old learning how to play cello. So it's oftentimes something more akin to this, right? Where you're not able to play on the tips of the fingers. I mean, it's very awkward. The fingers don't want to do what they should in the case of playing cello. Anyway, it's $5. It's only $5. It's very inexpensive, this all of this knowledge. Now, I could dispense of it for free on YouTube, and a lot of people do. This is one way that I'm aiming to uh, build a little income. I mean, I could also just say, okay, it's free. Please send a tip or a donation for using the information. Uh, However, the PDF would not be for free. It'd be a video on YouTube. So anyway, go to my Patreon. It's there in my shop. It's $5. It's very inexpensive. And if you send me a personal message, just send me a personal message and say, I just bought your PDF and I'll send you the first video in my series for free, because the video series is an extra $10 to get the all 20 videos in the series. If you wanted, I would, I could, you know what I could do is, if you wanted to send an extra, um, well, each video is $1. So if you wanted to send however many extra dollars, I could send you videos, or you could get the first video and say, oh, I'd like to look at the other videos, or numbers 2 and 3. And the reason I say that is because the original score of Schlemmüller's Opus 19 is on IMSLP for free. It's in public domain. So that I'm not withholding from you, that you can get for free. The only thing that you won't get for free is the annotations, all the exercises. All right, $5. Also, if you don't need this sort of tutelage, these sort of activities, these exercises for the left hand in particular, to get it in shape and ready to play better, then consider sending me a small tip for live streaming for the videos that I upload, and also for the nearly 100 episodes of my podcast, Forgotten Cello Music, which I have not contributed to for quite some time. But I have something in the works, Gultermann, 3 lyrical pieces. I'm going to leave you with the Sehnsucht right now. Just a little bit of it. I think it is one of his better works for intermediate cello players. And I enjoy playing it, especially with the piano accompaniment, which you will hear in the next weeks. Again, the PDF is in my Patreon shop. I have a link here, a QR code. I'm not really sure. It's my first time doing it. Um, I put the entire PDF with all the annotations. It's got a preface and it has a rundown of what you can expect in each of the exercises, both from Schlemuller's original point of view and what I have entered in as annotations, exercises, and what you can practice therein. Like I said, IMSLP has it for free. It's a PDF in public domain by Hugo Schlemuller. Um, if you don't purchase the PDF for $5, really inexpensive, very good value, then consider sending me a tip through PayPal, or if you prefer, you could also become a member of my Patreon. Thanks very much. I will be back again soon. Leave me a comment and tell me what you think.